Most men, even those who've been in long-term relationships for decades, carry a quiet blind spot, not because they don't care, but because no one ever clearly explained what their partner is actually experiencing during the most intimate moments you share together, and that blind spot creates something subtle, but powerful, a gap between what you think she feels and what she actually experiences. And over time, that gap quietly reduces the depth, the connection, and the potential of your intimacy. Today, we're going to close that gap. I'm going to walk you through what's really happening in her body and in her mind during intimacy, not in a vague or romanticized way, but in a clear, grounded, and practical way you can actually use. Because once you understand this, everything changes. Before we go deeper, take a second to like the video and subscribe, because this is the kind of knowledge most men never get, but every man benefits from. Let's begin with something most men completely underestimate: what happens before intimacy determines everything. For a woman, arousal is not instant. It's a process, a sequence. And that sequence begins in the brain. Emotional safety, comfort, connection, these are not extras. They are the starting point. When she begins to feel safe and engaged, her nervous system shifts into a relaxed state. Blood flow increases, sensitivity builds, her body gradually prepares. But here's the part most men miss. This takes time. Real time, not a few rushed minutes. For many women, especially as they get older, it can take 15, 20, even 30 minutes or more for the body to fully shift into a state where intimacy feels natural, comfortable, and genuinely pleasurable. If that process is rushed, everything that follows feels different, less comfortable, less connected, less satisfying. So the first shift is simple but powerful: slow down. What many men see as foreplay is actually the foundation of the entire experience. Now let's talk about what happens during intimacy when everything is aligned properly. When her body is fully prepared, something important happens. Her sensitivity increases, her awareness deepens, and the experience becomes more than physical, it becomes emotional. Because in that moment, her brain releases something called oxytocin, often referred to as the bonding hormone. This is what creates feelings of closeness, trust, connection. It's the reason intimacy can feel deeply meaningful, not just physical. But here's the key. That response is not automatic, It depends heavily on how she feels with you. If she feels safe, seen, desired, and emotionally connected, this response becomes stronger. If she feels rushed, disconnected, or unsure, it weakens. So your presence, your attention, your energy in that moment directly shapes her experience, not just emotionally, but biologically. Now let's talk about something even deeper: trust. Because during intimacy, she is not just sharing a physical moment, she is allowing vulnerability. And that vulnerability is real. For many women, especially later in life, this includes concerns about body image, aging, and how they are perceived. So when you show genuine desire, not generic attraction, but specific, present, focused appreciation for her, you send a powerful signal to her nervous system: you are safe here. And when a woman feels safe, her body responds differently, more open, more relaxed, more capable of experiencing pleasure. This is why emotional presence is not optional. It's essential. Now let's translate all of this into something practical, because understanding is only useful if you can apply it. There are three things she needs from you during intimacy. 1. Pace starts slow, not hesitant, but intentional. Gradual movement allows her body to respond naturally. It creates comfort instead of resistance. When you rush, you skip the layers of sensation that make the experience rich and enjoyable. When you slow down, you build them. Attention. This is where most men get it wrong. They focus inward on performance, on themselves. But the real information is coming from her breathing, her movements, her responses. If she relaxes, leans in, matches your rhythm, that's a green light. If she tenses, goes still, or disconnects, that's your signal to adjust. It's not complicated, but it requires presence, not thinking, not analyzing, just paying attention. 3. Consistency. This one is crucial and often misunderstood. As she approaches climax, her body begins responding to a specific rhythm, pressure, and pattern. And here's the mistake many men make. They change something, they go faster, harder, different, and that breaks the pattern. Instead, when you feel she's close, don't change anything. Stay consistent. Let her body follow the path it's already on. That's what allows the experience to fully unfold. Now let's talk about something that's rarely discussed. What happens after intimacy? Because for her, it doesn't end when the physical moment ends. Her body is still in that connected, open state. Oxytocin is still elevated. This is the moment of deepest emotional sensitivity. And what you do here matters more than you think. If you stay present, calm, connected, even for a few minutes, you reinforce trust, you deepen the bond. But if you disconnect immediately, grab your phone, turn away, mentally check out, her body registers that too. And over time, that creates distance. Not instantly, but gradually. So here's the big picture. Great intimacy is not about technique. It's not about performance. It's about awareness, understanding her body, respecting her pace, being present in the moment, and responding to what's actually happening, not what you assume is happening. Because when you get this right, something shifts. You stop trying to make something happen, and instead you start recognizing what's already happening. And that's where real connection lives. If this opened your eyes even a little, comment awareness below. And don't forget to like and subscribe, because this is the kind of knowledge that can quietly transform your entire relationship. See you in the next one.